Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here with a wig review for you. This is a brand new style from Raquel Welch and it's called Let's Rendezvous, and the color is SS Iced Cafe Latte, which is RL9/24SS. Let's Rendezvous Iced Cafe Latte. I'm really thrilled because this style just launched and it's so fun to be able to bring you a brand new wig in a much beloved line, and I don't often get the opportunity to do that. So I have Wig Studio One to thank for this wig, and you have Wig Studio One to thank for this video. So Wig Studio One and I have partnered together. I'm considered a guest reviewer for them, so I do a review for them occasionally, once a month, once every couple of months, and they are super generous with their guest reviewers to send us these wigs to review. And so please show Wig Studio One some love. Go check out their website. It's www.wigstudio1.com. They also have a Facebook group. It's called Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group. Last I checked, I think they had something like 16,000 members or something in that Facebook group, which is just crazy. And it is super active, lots and lots of support from wig sisters in that group. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, believe that that type of a group is what makes this wig wearing journey easier. It certainly did for me. So if you aren't a member of their Facebook group, I highly encourage you to go check them out because you will receive so much love, so much support, and it really will help you in your journey. So Wig Studio One, that is who we have to thank for this video. All right, guys, if you want to know all about Let's Rendezvous, I'm going to show you this wig, I'm going to show you the cap, I'm going to show you this color inside and outside, tell you all about it, and I'm going to show you an out of the box. If that sounds good, please stick around for the rest of this video. Let's Rendezvous is a jaw length bob that has some very soft layers, which gives it a very nice soft roundedness at the bottom. Before we talk anything more about this beautiful head of hair, let's see what she looks like from all sides. I want you to notice the softness of the bottom and the roundedness. And back here, it's almost a little bit stacked. Very slight A-line, very slight stack. I just absolutely love the profile of this wig. When I put it on for the first time, I think I gasped out loud because it really is just that perfect polished bob that is not trendy. It doesn't have any crazy like unevenness. It's just so wearable and so cute. And it really was shake and go out of the box. So I do have the out of the box, so I will tack that on to the end of this video, but this is pretty much what she looked like out of the box. She really didn't have bad box hair, just really, really good, easy, right out of the box. Okay, so let's talk about the color. And I want to tell you that if this video is on my YouTube channel, not the Wig Studio One, we post it on both, you can go down to the description and find some timestamps. So if you are only here to see this color, go to the timestamps so you can skip right ahead to the outside look once I show you it inside right here. So this color, Iced Cafe Latte, just a beautiful, ashy, light brown, dark blonde. It's got many colors running through it, as you can see. Very beautiful. And then it does have a root. So it's a really nice shadow root. It's not super dark. It's not, you know, it just blends really well. And what they do with it is they run it through the whole wig. And that's what makes this wig look more light brown versus blonde, because this will darken up the color a little bit. So if you are a brunette looking to go lighter, you're really striving to go lighter, maybe you are already there, but you're still a brunette at heart, the rooting on this one is going to make this very wearable for you. And it's got kind of a perfect blending of ashy and kind of neutral warm, so it isn't overly ashy, but it's also not really warm. So let's look at this color up close, because then I can talk about it a little bit better, and then I can show you the cap right away. So what you see here is you see this warm brown, so the brunette in here is warm, and then you've got many tones running through it. Some kind of sandy blonde I see in here, some light golden brown, and it's more of an ashy or a neutral tone overall than it is warm, for sure. But it's not so ashy that it appears gray, and so I definitely think this is a good color for someone who doesn't like reds. There's no red in this, so you don't want any of those auburns or reds. I don't see any of that in here. Even though the 29 is getting toward that sort of auburn spectrum, I really don't see red. And then for somebody, maybe if you're a little bit older, and so your hair is maybe graying, so you want something that's going to kind of give a cast of that, but it's not gray. The sandy blonde highlights in here really do kind of give you that ashy coolness. It's such a beautiful color, you guys. I really think blondes and brunettes can wear this. I would think a blonde would consider this a winter color, and a brunette would consider this more of a summer color because of, you know, just where it is in the spectrum. So I'm going to talk more about the wig when it's back on my head, but since she's off, I'm going to show you the cap right now. So we have got a full mono top. Really awesome. So this wig is going to be a little bit more expensive because of that full mono top. This is a premium cap feature, but why it's awesome is you can part it anywhere you want. You can do a middle part, you can do any type of a part you want, and you have a huge space to do that on the top of your head. So if you find mono part wigs do not work for you because most of them come left-hand part and you're not a left-hand parter, then a mono top is great. It has a lace front. This band right here is not really all that visible on this one. I'll show it to you guys because they started it far enough back. Sometimes you can see that band in the wherever you part it, and the band is there to give some reinforcement to this lace front before it goes into the monofilament. But I love how they started it further back. It really makes it hard to see because it sits so high on your head. The ear tabs are the soft moleskin with the adjusters, the bendable metal stays. You've got an extended nape, Velcro adjusters, which I love, and then this cap is their Memory 3 cap, and after a number of wears, it starts to mold to your head, almost becoming like a custom fit to you. And then it has the silicone. You can see the shine. That silicone can help keep the wig secure on your head if you do not have any hair. It doesn't do really anything if you have hair, and it doesn't pull on the hair. Trust me, I have a very sensitive scalp, and I never have trouble with these Memory 3 caps. They don't pull on my hair at all. They just really do nothing if you have bio hair. But for those of you who maybe have no bio hair, that's going to be really great because it'll give you more security. Maybe even make it so you don't need to wear anything underneath your wig if you're somebody who typically does. So great, great cap. So let's talk about the fit. So Raquel Welch usually fits a little generous on me. I usually have to cinch them in some, and this one is a real kind of true cap as far as Raquel Welch caps go. And so if you have a 22-inch circumference, it's going to fit. You might need to cinch it in a little bit. If you are 22 and a half, even up to 23 inches, I think you're going to be fine with this one. It has a ton of stretch. If you're bigger than 23 inches, I can't say for sure, but again, they're generously sized in a lot of ways and definitely have a lot of stretch. I also get a good amount of extra cap, which means you're going to be able to fill this out a little bit more than I do. And so I do think it's going to fit a variety of women. It's not so big up here on me though that I get a cone head, which I really appreciate because sometimes I do get that. And the coverage is spectacular. I mean, these ear tabs go all the way down to just in front of my ears, but not so low that it makes it hard to wear glasses with them. I've been meaning to get a pair of sunglasses down here so I can show you guys what it's like wearing glasses, but this one is I've got plenty of clearance, so it's gonna be fine for glasses. That said, I can show that to you in this video, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good for you. You are going to have to learn what your head type is like compared to some of us reviewers that you watch, so that if I say a wig fits me a certain way, you start to learn, maybe you get the same wig I've reviewed, and then you start to learn how they fit you, then you can judge what I'm telling you and how it will work for you. I hope that makes it, I hope I didn't make that confusing. Let's look at the lace front. One thing I noticed about this lace front, it is very light colored. It's not blending into my hairline very well. That said, I have a pretty significant tan right now, and I think I might have gone a little overboard on the bronzer for my makeup today because in the monitor here my face is looking really dark, and so just keep that in mind. If it's summertime and you have a really dark tan, you might find that some of these transparent lace fronts are just a little bit too light for you, as this one is for me. What do you do about that? Well, I would just cut this lace front. I have a Tip Tuesday video where I show you how to trim a lace front with a pinking shears, and that's the kind of wavy scissors, and it works like a dream. I do that with quite a few of my wigs now because I think it makes the lace front look more realistic. So I would just trim this lace front and it would be no problem. It would then completely disappear into my head. Very easy to do. So please go to my Tip Tuesday playlist and you can find where I show you how to trim the lace front. This also comes with the part on the left hand side, which is how I part it, and like I said, you can change that part to anywhere that you want to do that. All you have to do is, make the part and then move the fibers over, and if it doesn't want to stay, maybe you spray a little water on it and just keep combing with a wide tooth comb to redirect those fibers, maybe some heat from your hand. So you can definitely change this part. What I would do is I would probably pluck this part a little bit just so that I can see more of it. You can see it here a little bit, but it is kind of densely knotted. So if you want to see more of that part, you can pluck it. I have a Tip Tuesday on that, or you can put foundation on it, whatever you'd like. And as far as permatease goes, this does have some permatease. When I put my hands, especially back here, I can feel the permatease. And why I think that's important on this wig is because of how she's cut in the back. Because the style is meant to be rounded in the back and a little bit stacked, the permatease right here makes that happen. This roundness is because of that permatease. I love that. And if you are not a fan of permatease, I encourage you, I challenge you to think about when permatease might be appropriate. Permatease back here is very appropriate. And up here, there's no permatease up here because it's a mono top, so there's no permatease up here. This is a moderate density wig, so any volume you're seeing up here is the amount of hair. This has a good amount of hair. It's not super high volume, but it's definitely moderate, a little bit heavier than, let's say, Ellen Villa styles, for sure. And then there's a little bit, I can feel a little bit of crimpy fibers on the sides here, again, to give it a roundedness. This wig does not feel poofy to me. It does not look poofy to me. It's not heavy permatease so that it's super nesty and pillowy, and it's not going to make me hot, which can happen if you get a lot of permatease. It's really a perfect amount of permatease. But I want you to be aware that it's there, because if you really can't wear wigs with permatease, if that's just too much for you, this one is going to have it. It needs it, but keep that in mind. And she stays out of the face great. When I sweep her to the side, she just stays put, which I'm super appreciative of. Sometimes you get these bobs and they want to hang in your face. She is super tuckable, and that's a product of those ear tabs being up just high enough that I get good clearance by my ears. You're going to be able to style her up with this great lace front And actually, I was telling you about the lace front not blending, but let me show you how it's really realistic looking. If I handled the fact that this doesn't blend well, look at that hairline. So good. You cannot tell that's a wig. So you can definitely do off the face styling. You can put clips in. You can really, you know, if you wanted to not even put clips in, but you wanted to get this more of a kind of a lifted off the face look, you can totally do that with this one. You could put some product in it to help it to hold. This is a heat friendly piece. So that's the other thing to keep in mind is it's the Raquel Welch True to Life fibers, and you can take heat to it. Let me try to resettle her here now that I've been messing with her so much. You can take heat to it. So if you wanted to put a little bit of curls in, you want to put a little wave in her, you totally can do that. And she's a good length for being heat friendly. So she really sits just at my chin. She's not going to rub on my clothing, so I'm not really going to worry about the friction that can be damaging to heat friendly fibers. A good thing about this being heat friendly is when you do sweep it away from your face, it tends to want to hold that style. A bad thing about being heat friendly is they can just be a little bit more temperamental and need a little bit extra care. Something else I noticed about this is the flow isn't, I mean, it's fine. It looks totally natural, but it's not super flowy. And that's because those heat friendly fibers are just a little bit thicker and they move a little bit more clumpy. Not in a bad way though. And so I just want to tell you about that. I did already film the outside look and I show that so you can see that. Alright guys, this turned out to be a little bit of a longer video, but I really wanted to cover this wig thoroughly because it is brand new. My impressions, I love it. It's so cute. If you wear bobs, rounded bobs, chin length bobs, this bob is going to be one of your favorites. I just know it because it is that perfect rounded bob. Really great. Alright guys, let's get outside so that you can see this color outside. And again, thank you Wig Studio One for continuing to want to work with me on these videos. I'm so appreciative. I just love them. I'm a customer of theirs and I highly recommend them. They have some great customer service and support. So if you've never shopped with Wig Studio One before, I really recommend them and think you should check them out. Alright, now let's get outside. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel and help support me and my journey to bring you lots of great wig information. Talk to you guys soon. All right, everyone, we are outside with iced cafe latte. We'll start off over here in the shade and I'll move into the sun for you. So what I want you to notice is that the base brunette is a warm color. So we've got this root and it's all throughout, which gives it sort of a brunette base. And then the highlights are actually fairly ashy. So I would consider this neutral to ashy. The highlighting is ashy in tone. And the brunette, kind of the underside base, is a little bit warm. But it doesn't pull red. It's just a really kind of warm to neutral brunette with this ashy base. And why I think that's important and why I think that matters is because then you get this real neutral to ashy color that doesn't wash you out, and it also doesn't look gray. It doesn't look like your hair is graying. So therefore, I think it's flattering for a lot of skin tones. And now with the wind blowing, you can kind of see her movement. She doesn't move as free-flowing as a regular synthetic would. I mean, these heat-friendly synthetic fibers, they feel a little thicker and they move a little stiffer. I think it's still natural, but it's just something I've noticed about the Raquel Welch and heat-friendly fibers in general. But there you go. Hopefully you saw what you were looking for in this outside look. Really a pretty color. Thanks for watching.